Hey everybody, I'm Mason with the Compounding Interests, and I wanted to take a second real quick and do a video on our most commonly asked question, which is how do I begin investing? And that's a somewhat complicated one, mainly because it depends on what you want to do. What is your end goal? And I'm going to start with just a couple questions that I would ask that you maybe even stop, pause, and ask yourself, and be realistic about what you would do with these questions. So the first one I would say is you need to ask yourself and determine how much am I willing to lose, because we have to operate under the assumption that you're going to lose everything. You only invest money that you're willing to lose. Now, it's a little bit different when it comes to things like your own personal home that you purchase, or that's really one of the biggest and only things that I would say that may not happen, that you lose your home entirely, unless something situational things happen that cause you to lose your home. So, but in terms of the cryptocurrency and investment accounts and some of these others, like, operate under the assumption that at some point the entire infrastructure, our world, may one day end the way it is now. And so how much are you willing to lose of that? And what assets are going to be the best for you? Okay, so the second question I would say is, what is your end goal? So after you know how much you're willing to lose and how much you're willing to put in and risk, what is your end goal? Is it $1 million? Is it 10 million? Is it just $2,000 a month that you can take in profit? Is it what is it? What are you trying to accomplish? The other thing I would say is, and I would ask yourself and maybe pause, is what investments are going to give you the most satisfactory return? What are you going to feel best about? For example, these things right behind me, these shoes. Yeah, it's exciting to make $100 on a pair of shoes. It's $100, right? It's not pay my rent money. It's not invest, and get massive returns on. It's something small where I feel like, okay, I can turn $100 into $150. And so it can be that simple. And maybe it's just a hobby thing for you. Maybe you like investing in cards, or you like doing something that gives you just a decent return, but it's not your primary mode of income. So, and then the last question I would say is, and this is what I'm going to focus on right now, is how to get started. And the first thing that you're going to need to do in a lot of our investments begins with cryptocurrency. So if you have already created a Coinbase account, that's step one. That's the first step I'm going to teach right now. So I would say go over and go to your Coinbase account. And if you don't already have one, watch this video, and I'm going to go through the steps of creating a Coinbase account right now. All right. So this is Coinbase. This is basically getting started. I'm going to put a referral link here, and this is, I'll be fair, this is mainly for people within the US, because I know some people outside of the US use Binance, or they use other exchanges. Coinbase is a great one for inside the United States. But I'm going to give you a referral link that you can go and I think we both get something if you use that referral link. So that'll be in the description of the video. And again, if you're not within the US, then you may not want to use Coinbase. There may be a better one, a better exchange to start at. But this is a good place to begin. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to this sign up button, and you're going to start filling out this information. And I'm not going to sit here and explain to you how you fill out your information. First name, last name, use your real information, a real email address, because sometimes you might need to verify to be able to get in. When it comes to choosing a password, I would say choose a difficult password. So it could be a full sentence. It could be something like, Sally and John ran to the store, right? And that's all you need to know. And then a exclamation point as your symbol, or a number in there. Make it long. The longer it is, the harder it is to hack. And so it could be a sentence. It could be something that is slang in a different language that you know. It could be something that is completely irrelevant. So make it long, because you don't want this information hacked. because if it gets out there, that's potentially a lot of money that you could be losing. So go through here, and again, first and last name, make it real because you need to verify that with an ID. So I'll pause it right here and then get in. Okay, so now that we are in, this is essentially what it looks like when you land in Coinbase, and you'll probably have a $0 balance. I don't honestly keep much money in here. I use it as my starting point. So if I need to deposit money, I put it in here, and then I can transfer it to my own personal wallet. And I have a couple different wallets. You can do a Coinbase wallet, you could do MetaMask, you could do Trust Wallet. There's all sorts of wallets out there that you can go and put your coin in that keeps it safe. There's also physical wallets that it's an actual device that you carry around with you, and that way nobody it's risky because if you lose it, that's a problem, but also it's not hackable if someone doesn't have it. So something to think about. All right, so getting started, there may be a couple places here if you click on the For You, and this might change again, so there might be something different, but you can learn and earn, for example. So every time something comes up that I can learn about, it usually gives me like earned $3 auction, earned $3 FET, earned $3 CLV. So I go and I learn $1, $2, or $3, or I earn that. And that's pretty cool because that gives me free money. I'm not doing anything except learning about what that token does, and then I get some money for it. You just take a little quiz after, and then they deposit the coin into your account. So that's pretty cool when they do that, and you usually get notifications about that. For You, it'll give you some things about education about what's going on within the crypto market. So a couple different things that you can do. You can trade on here, and to be fair, not every coin is on here, and that's another big question we get. Well, I want to trade something that's not on here. It's a brand new coin. Yeah, you're not going to be able to. You're going to have to transfer Ethereum or a Solana or a different coin into a wallet, and then from the wallet, then you make the purchase on one of the exchanges like Uniswap or SushiSwap or PancakeSwap or KuCoin or whatever the swap is that you want to use. So here, if I wanted to purchase Ethereum, for example, so I could go here and say, okay, I want to purchase Ethereum because I believe that Ethereum is going to be something. I'm going to hold it. I'm gonna keep it, or I'm going to use it as a currency to be able to exchange for other coin. So you can do it in either Ethereum or you can do it in US dollar in the US. I don't know what it looks like outside of the US because that's not what I do. So I could say, okay, I want to buy up to $5,000 Ethereum. So why don't we just put one Ethereum? That's what I want to buy. And so I would go through here. I would pick the bank that I want to use to be able to deposit there. And I would say, okay, we'll just do KeyBank with a card. Great. Okay, so preview buy. And this is what it would cost. So I'd get $4,532 worth of Ethereum, or one Ethereum. And then I would purchase it for a Coinbase fee of $180. That's my total. When I hit buy now, it will purchase that. It'll draw from my account and it will be available. And then all of a sudden I will have one Ethereum available here in my assets. It'll show a balance of that amount and how it's allocated, and then all of a sudden this will jump up. So you can see I just make deposits occasionally of $100 here and there, but this isn't even my primary wallet that I keep things in. So from there, then let's say the Ethereum is in there, and let's just use Ampleforth as an example, and I want to send that Ethereum to another wallet because I've created a MetaMask or a Trust wallet or a Coinbase wallet. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to send all of it, everything I can. This is where I can get the contract address. So I would go to my MetaMask or my Coinbase wallet or whatever it is, and I would say on the Coinbase wallet, for example, I want to receive some Forth or some ETH or whatever it is. Make sure it's the exact same token. Do not transfer don't transfer ETH into a fourth wallet, if that makes sense. Don't transfer Bitcoin into an Ethereum wallet. You will lose that. If you put it into a wallet that is not the same token, most likely you're going to lose that money. So be very, very, very careful. So if this was fourth, I would go find the fourth token in my Coinbase wallet, and I would say I want to receive it. I would copy the address, I would put it in right here, and I could put here fourth transfer on whatever, November 5th. And then I would hit continue. There'd be a small fee, and then all of a sudden, within a few minutes, usually, sometimes seconds, sometimes 10, 30 minutes. If it's Bitcoin, it takes forever. And all of a sudden it's in my wallet, and then from there I can transfer it or hold on to it and keep it safe there. It's really up to you and what you want to do. So this is just a small example of what can be done within Coinbase. If you wanted to see all the tradable assets within Coinbase, you can check here and click that Tradable Assets button and scroll down and see, okay, these are all the ones that I can purchase. Look, Crypto.com coin just got included here. And so I imagine that because now it's more available for an easy purchase, that it will start going up. So if you wanted to buy Crypto.com coin, do your own research, see what you think, and then go from there. Like you can see, why do you think over the past month it jumped from 18 cents all the way up to 37 cents? I mean, it doubled, right? And at one point, it more than doubled. So that's pretty cool that it's able to do that. Also, I see Crypto.com, they are marketing everywhere, which is awesome for them. And I imagine that could keep going up. It could go back down. So I would say do a little bit of research and figure out what you like and what you don't, and you go from there. So, I mean, if we look at a year ago, it was, the lowest looks like it was about 5 cents or something. And now it's at 37 cents, I think is what it said. Oh yeah, 37. So that's pretty cool, right? All right, so one thing that I think is relevant and something to consider. So starting out, I would learn what you can about market cap. It's based on, like, if you take the market cap and divide it by circulating supply, you're going to get the current price. Okay, and the price is affected by those two things. Some people say and it says on here, market cap is calculated by multiplying the circulating supply with the price. So if you take this and you multiply it with the price, you're going to get the market cap. It's the same reverse. It doesn't really matter. The trading volume per day is important, because you'll see you're looking at how many people are buying and selling, and the typical hold time is only 1 day on this specific coin. So long-term hold isn't very popular with this specific coin, whereas with Bitcoin, it is much more common. So I would say learn the basics about how cryptocurrency work, what different things mean. Like Bitcoin is a completely different token than Ethereum. Bitcoin is kind of like our version, a modern gold, and Ethereum is like a kind of like a coin that allows you to exchange from one coin to I forget what they call it, but it's like an exchange token. And Solana, that's combining now a lot of things with NFTs and gaming. Same with Polkadot, Cardano. So Doge and Shiba Inu are mainly, and some people won't like it, but they're mainly meme coins, which is, it doesn't have much utility. A lot of the other tokens, they actually have some utility. They do something. They provide some sort of service. So something to consider there. I think the last thing that I would say about Coinbase in general is that it takes a little while to get some of your banks authorized, yourself verified, and be able to exchange on a higher rate than maybe just a really small deposit here and there. So I would say be patient as you begin. Usually when you're feeling those feelings like you're trying to chase, like, oh no, I'm going to miss out on this opportunity, that's probably a bad sign. It means you're chasing. And this is somewhat a game of patience, but also taking advantage of opportunity. So I would say something to consider there in terms of the speed of business. Yes, there are times where you want to jump onto something because you hear about it and the pre-sale ends, pretty quickly, and you want to get in on that, or news is going to be coming out soon about Bitcoin or about another token. But for the most part, just be patient. Some of these things take time to process. For example, we did a wire transfer today, and if we did it before 1 p.m. Pacific time, then it would be in at the same day. And I want to be able to transfer things into some of our other investments today. So I am hopeful that we got it in on time and that the bank did its job. So that way I see the assets in my account quickly, and then I can start transferring those things. Those are the basics on Coinbase. I hope this was helpful. Feel free, if I missed anything, to go ahead and add some comments or questions, and we're going to try to stay as involved as possible. But the whole goal is to get content out to you to help you start with your base. This is a beginner video, and we're going to come up with quite a few more that as you get your base started, then we can start teaching you a few other things. So anyway, hope that was helpful, and hope to talk to you guys. All right, I hope that video was helpful, and we're going to have a lot more videos coming out. So again, this is just how to get started. Really, we would just want to give you the most basic things that you can do right now to get moving. I'm going to start doing videos on MetaMask and some of these other wallets that I think will help you a lot. MetaMask is probably the best place to get started. Download Chrome if you haven't done it already, and then look up the extension for MetaMask, and we can get started there. There's two things I'm going to have you do. One is download and get MetaMask installed. And then the next thing is going to be for you to set up the BSC or Binance Smart Chain wallet, because a lot of the things you're going to be doing are there. So anyway, I'm going to walk you through those steps, and that's essentially what we're going to do. So go ahead and comment below, like, subscribe. Obviously, we're trying to make it as easy as possible for you to get rolling. And once we get these things going, then we can get you into some of these really cool investments, the staking, the farming, the ways for your money to grow exponentially. And this is just in cryptocurrency. This isn't even including in a lot of the other things that we could do. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do that. And we'll catch you on the next time.